What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. Today I want to talk to you about something that is a big thing in the fitness industry, and it is a manipulative way that supplement companies and other companies are now finding a way to use what was once almost a telltale sign of knowing whether or not a company is legit, and now it's to the point where you may not know the company's legit. What am I talking about? Proprietary blends. Now, when proprietary blends came out, many of the supplement companies were actually putting in low quality ingredients and, putting in stuff like, if there was something that cost a lot of money ingredient wise, they'd put a very little bit of it and then fucking fill it in with other shit, and then the proprietary blend, the total amount, you wouldn't really know how much of each ingredient was in there. So it was a way for them to hide how little quality ingredients they actually put in. So truth in labeling, transparent labeling came out, right? Oh, we have the labels that have everything in it, and you know everything that's in there, and it's 100% transparent, and it's 100% legit, and there's no proprietary blends, and people came up with these phrases, no prop blends and stuff like that, which was cool. That was at first. Now, like everything, things evolve and they change, right? Now what's happening, right? These companies are popping up, truth in labeling. We have everything on our label here. Check it out. This is what's in here. Clinically dosed, which means milligram-wise, they're being truthful. So let's say chromium picolinate. Let's just take that one thing. Chromium picolinate, the clinical dosing is 200 micrograms, right? They go, look, we have chromium picolinate in here, 200 micrograms. Now, what they're not telling you, because the truth in labeling doesn't tell this, is there's a couple different types of chromium. One is a very cheap, shitty effective chromium. Now, I'm just using chromium as an example. One is an expensive one. What they do is take the cheap shit, put the clinical dosing, but it's not absorbable like the expensive one is. So you're not even absorbing what you think you're absorbing from the fucking product. So even though they have the truth in labeling that's telling you what ingredients are in there, what nutrients are in there, and the clinical dosing, they're not telling you that they're actually fucking spending very little to make that product. And what they're doing is trying to push it off like, see, these other companies have proprietary blends, which my company, GIFD, is going to have proprietary fucking blends. I don't give a fuck what everybody else in the goddamn fucking industry is doing. Proprietary blends were originally there to protect people's formulas from being ripped off too easily. Now, yes, someone can test a product and rip your product off, but if they want to spend the money testing it and the time and fucking go through all the... Fine, don't make it easier for them to do it. But what happened was, of course, something good, proprietary blends, was taken and turned into something bad where people realized they can manipulate that thing. The prop blends were a big thing, and they could put in fucking shitty ingredients and put in very low amounts and change the things up, and you would never know the difference. So basically, those scam artist douchebags fucked it up for everybody by making shitty proprietary blends. Then they came out with truth in labeling. Well, now these people were like, wow, we're telling everything that's in there. Well, real quickly, other people that were doing the shitty prop blends learned that they had to put it on the label too now because their products weren't doing well because the people with truth in labeling were putting fucking bad light on them and people weren't buying their products. So they go, we're going to do truth in labeling too, and now we have a completely transparent label. But their fucking ingredients are low-grade, low-quality ingredients. Okay, let me just kind of put this out there. For instance, many people think whey protein concentrate is a much lesser available source than whey protein isolate. Now here's the thing. A 90% concentrate is 1,000,000 times better than a 20% isolate. So when people see it on there, like, we have isolate in our products, protein isolate, whey protein isolate, only whey protein isolate, it's like a 30% grade whey protein isolate. It's cheap as fuck, it's not absorbable, it gives you gas. 100% concentrate, which would be fucking more expensive than the cheap ass fucking isolate that's a low grade, would actually be better for you. So when you see a product that's got whey protein concentrate, a lot of people were like, well, I don't want the concentrate, I want the isolate. The isolate's better. What they're not realizing is most of those companies that make the isolate have such a low grade isolate that if they bought the higher grade concentrate from the other company, they'd be getting a better product. There's a lot of shit that goes on, guys, that you don't know, that it took me a long time of kind of paying attention to. And I personally have never worked with the companies that were pulling the scams. But what happened was the companies that I was working with were like, we have to do this because people are scamming like this. And they exposed me to the things that people were doing because they were trying to be on the up and up. So now I'm like, you know what? Like, I didn't even know this fucking shit was going on because I didn't know much about formulations, all these types of things. But now I know the scams that are out there, the shit that's going on, the wool that's being pulled over your eyes, the shitty ingredients, the shitty fucking quality stuff. Now I know. So hopefully now you guys know that proprietary blends used to be a thing of the fucking past. I honestly feel that soon, and I want to change this. I want the fucking industry to change. I want to be the one where they go, well, Jerry's doing proprietary blends, he's so stupid. No, Jerry's the only one sticking to his fucking guns, doing the right thing, and not following the fucking crowd. I don't want to follow the crowd and do transparency and labeling so people can rip my products off. I don't want to scam people and tell them that I have a truthful label when it's shitty ingredients. You have to trust the people that you're purchasing from. If you don't trust them, don't buy the product from it. It's that simple. There are companies out there that have stood the test of time that have been in business for 20 years. Those companies are not pulling the fucking scams. These new startup companies or the smaller companies or companies that have been sold off to other places that all of a sudden their formulas change and shit like that, those are the companies really that are taking advantage of this shit. And I kind of step back and go, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of the fucking people just directing themselves and following whatever road that the industry tells you that you should take. Be your own fucking person. Be your own man. Be your own brand. But the bottom line is, don't listen to what everybody else is out there doing. Do the fucking right thing. Do your thing. And don't follow the crowd. So hopefully you guys understand now that this truth in labeling is not really truth in labeling. The transparent labels are not transparent labels. You're still getting fucked by many of these companies. And the ones that talk about how they're so transparent, we're transparent, truth in labeling, the ones that push it in your face the most are like that fucking fake natty that keeps talking about how natural he is. He walks in the fucking subway and people are like, oh, you work out? He goes, yeah, I'm natural. Like they're the ones that push it the most because they get the most to hide. BuyMasterTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.buymastertraining.com is a blog. It's a fucking no bullshit bicep. Hang on. No bullshit bicep, and we are